Rob Fraser here. Just want to just kind of start talking about some things, some things other than marketing, just a lot of things that I've personally been through in this journey and things like that. When I first started, I was horrible with money. I was way behind in my child support, back taxes. Would be driving around town with, expired driver's license, no car insurance, expired registration. Just, I've done a lot of wrong things. And, before I hit a certain level of success in online marketing, and when I say success, meaning a couple years of a six-figure income, I heard so many people talking about that, it's a change of thinking. You have to think differently. You have to, obviously you have to think differently, do things different. But I never really understood that. It's like, what do they mean? What the fuck do they mean, think differently? I mean, I knew that I wanted to make money online, and I knew how I wanted to do it. But what does thinking differently, how is that going to make me successful in any way, shape, or form? But the funny thing is, when I first started, I was a jacked up person. I'd drive into work every day crying because, I just went through a divorce. My ex-wife moved the kids to Florida, and, it's been some years since I've seen my kids. So depressed, alcohol, women, just anything I could do to kind of make up for that void in my own life. So, and then obviously because that was going on, everything else was jacked up in my life as well. So now that I figured out a certain level of success in online marketing, I compare myself now to where I was when I started. And while, yes, I am thinking differently and different things I'm more clear on, it's funny because more things are coming up. And it's like, the more you start going down this path of self-improvement or trying to better yourself, you realize just how jacked up you are. And then when you really start really seriously looking at yourself and going down that path, you realize, Jesus, I'm really screwed up. You know what I'm saying? And I don't mean that in a bad way. I just mean that in a way that you have to become aware of yourself. You know yourself, you know your limitations, you know your weaknesses. And it's like, even now, more things are coming up, and I feel like I'm even more jacked up now than I was way back when I started this journey. But, I got a better handle on my emotions, got a better handle on my vices. I manage money better, meaning when I make money in my business, I think like a business owner. I take a percentage of the money that comes in. In the past, I would have used that money for something. Like if I would have made money in my business, I would take that money and go spend it on something for me. Now, when money comes in, thinking like a business owner, an example of thinking differently, as a business owner, you take a percentage of your profits and you reinvest that back into your business. So for example, we got a store that's called Smart and Final, like a grocery store, around the corner from the house. And twice I went into that grocery store and one time I went in there, I saw a lady who runs a bagel shop around the corner. And then the other time I went in there, I saw a guy who runs a Thai food restaurant, also, around the corner from the house. But they all go shop at Smart and Final. The point is, they have to go spend money on their business. They have to buy food supplies because, bagel shop and a Thai food restaurant, they both need supplies, food, seasoning, things like that. So in myself, with online marketing, I had to think differently from when I started. Now, it has two things. Number one, you have to think differently as far as you want to make money online. You have to think like a business owner. You know what I'm saying? So you have to spend money on your business because it's a real business. But the second part is a part of personal development, self-improvement. So it's twofold. You have to think like a business owner. That's changing your thinking. And then you have to become a better person. That's also changing your thinking. And as you go down that path of becoming a better person, in my case, I realized just how jacked up I still am. And it's just like, man, do I even feel you know, because I feel responsible for people who join me in different online programs. And it's like, the more I go down that path, the more I realize how weak I think I am in certain areas, you know, following up with people, organizational skills, you know, absent-minded sometimes. I'm scattered. You know, I'm a blue personality. You know, we're real good at sales, but we're real bad at, you know, following up and staying organized and things like that. And so, you know, the point of this video, if you made it this far, is you do have to change your thinking to get different results in business. And it's twofold. You know, it's not just changing your thinking like, oh, life is great, law of attraction, if I feel happy, happy things are going to happen to me. No, it's, number one, you have to think like a business owner, spend money on your business like a true businessman or woman. And then the second one is becoming a bigger person, and the fact that, you know your weaknesses, you know, just different life experiences you've been through, use that as part of your marketing. Just like this video here. You know, I've been through a lot of jacked up stuff, and I realize how jacked up I still am, but, you know, it's you know, there's so many people out there in the space who just look like they're so perfect and they have everything together. And that's the thing. Not everyone does. You know, a lot of people look at my success and I don't have it together. I feel like I'm even more jacked up now than when I started, just because everything's getting stirred up. So the point is, you do have to think differently to get different levels of success in your own life and business. But also understand that it's not a fun process. You know, you're going to start stirring up some stuff about yourself that you may not like, you know. And that was my thing. For the longest time, I just did not like myself. You know, you know, a lot of people know my story. I didn't pay child support. I was $93,000 in the hole in child support. You know, what kind of father would do that? Simply because I was so angry at the mother that was the only way I could lash out, because she was keeping the kids from me. So it's like, so many people are quick to look at me like, you know, but that was my only way to lash out at the mother, because she had full control over my life, which is also a reason why I wanted to get in this industry, because I wanted to control my life. I did not want to be under the control of the military, of a job, or of an angry ex-wife who hates my guts. You see what I'm saying? I just needed my own independence. And it's just like, even now, I just can't stand when people try to tell me how to live my life. You know, and so that is like the driving factor that pushed me into this industry. And now that I'm here, I'm just digging up all that old stuff again, because if you want different results, yes, you do have to think differently, but it's not always just that easy. Oh, think differently. Oh, be thankful, and more things will come into your life to be thankful about. You know, while I believe that to an extent, it's not that freaking easy. It's just not that cookie cutter, you know, oh, just go pick roses in a park and your business will magically work. You see what I'm saying? So, you know, I know I kind of went off on a few different tangents here, but number one, to define success in your business, you do have to think differently. You have to think like a true businessman, woman, business person, I guess I should say. And you have to work on yourself, you know, get better at follow-up, following through, staying the course, staying focused. You know, it just brings up a lot of things, you know, like inconsistencies. Like even in my own life, things that I'm inconsistent on reflects in my business. So if I just stay consistent at this one thing, then that can trickle over into other things, and then that will start bringing me more success in my business. So hopefully you got some value out of this. Please leave your comments, questions, concerns below. You know, if you're a hater out there, leave some hate comments. I need some juice for this video anyways. Hopefully you got some value. Let me know. My camera's sliding off the thing here. Rob Frazier here. You know, find out more about me. If you just come across me on YouTube, everything's in the description. Check me out. If you've been following me for a while, leave your comments. Let me know your questions, what you think. You know, how are you thinking differently in your business and how it's providing you different results. Let me know in the comments below, and I'll see you in the next one.